rounding out this week's wrestling action is a show we like to call Smackdown. And by we like to call it, I mean it's been called that since 1999.
Yep. We don't have an option.
Pretty much. So, you know, we're the Wrestling Rundown. And we like to run down everything that happened in the week. And not in the way it's a rundown in a negative way, but we run down like a list.
Yeah.
So all the shows.
Running down the list of action that's happened throughout the week.
And so we're going to do that to specifically SmackDown in this video, which is why it's called the Smackdown Rundown. Whee!
That was the least destructive intro we've had for the SmackDown Run in a long time.
And that's because I'm Thomas Wolfe.
I'm Travis Colt.
And I'm Kevin Hawk.
I feel like something's weird here.
I know. Something's missing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Thomas isn't here.
Oh, yeah.
So we open up SmackDown with the new Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Kinda. Because
off that title change from Luke Harper.
There was like 5 title changes on Raw.
Ambrose lost it to Truth. Truth lost it to Harper. Harper lost it back to Truth.
Then he took it back from Truth.
Took it back from Truth. And then lost it to Ziggler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Raw's
got...
on fire.
Yeah, a lot of title changes.
Dolph Ziggler comes out and talks about, when he won the Intercontinental title for the first time.
It meant a lot.
It meant a lot to him.
And he lost, and he never got the rematch.
Yeah,
because of the authority.
Yeah, he never got his rematch against Bad News Barrett because he was fired at the end of that episode of Raw. So he is entitled to an Intercontinental title match. But he officially enters himself into the multi-person ladder match at WrestleMania. But he says there's one other person that he wants to tear the house down with. Someone who said proved that it doesn't matter how big you are. Prove that with a movement anything can happen. Crowds chant yes. We kind of know where this is going. But he gets Bad News Barrett instead. And Bad News Barrett, pretty much goes through his usual like, hey, I want my freaking title back. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of notes for this because everything gets crazy here again. So Bad News Barrett wants his title back. Ziggler says, "Okay, you want it? Come get it." Does like the whole battle line thing, but he doesn't realize that Luke Harper is behind him at this point, and it ends up becoming
crazy ass made it to the ring.
It ends up becoming a 2-on-1 beatdown against Ziggler at this point.
Ambrose comes out to make the save.
Yeah, Ambrose comes out, makes the save, and we get
the thing splits into 2 fights and it spills out to opposite sides of the ring.
Yeah, so we've got Barrett and Ziggler over on this side, and then we got Ambrose and Harper over on the other side, and then in the midst of all this, we get Sneaky R-Truth.
I don't know how that becomes his new nickname.
Sneaky R-Truth hiding behind the ring post. And then doing a little special ops somersault, and then
Army crawls through the ring,
grabs the title, backstrokes his way out of the ring, and then gets under the ring, and then all of a sudden, the brawls kind of settle down. They're
Ziggler and Ambrose respectively fight off their opponents and slide into the ring to make claim to the belt, and they both realize the belt is gone. And R-Truth is now popped out the other side of the ring. His music starts playing because he is the current Intercontinental Champion, I guess.
He has officially won this segment. We come back from commercial.
This really makes me yearn for the nostalgia of the 24/7 hardcore title.
If the Intercontinental title becomes 24/7.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, so we come back from commercial. R-Truth is talking to Renee Young. Renee says, R-Truth, you've stolen the title again. And he starts going off on how he doesn't want to climb ladders. He goes, I don't gotta climb a ladder. It's under my arm. Why do I have to climb a ladder to get the title if it's under my arm?
And basically, she's like, no, that's how the match works. They're gonna take the title from you and hang it over the ring.
Oh, he goes, well, I need to give this. Here, you take it. You take it.
She doesn't want it.
She doesn't want it. He goes, all right, where's Gene Ambrose?
Do you mean Dean Ambrose?
I don't give a damn which one. Where are they? And then he takes off. So before we get into discussing too much more, let's go through the matches real quick. We had the Masters defeat the Matadors. We had Ryback defeat Kane. We had Big Show defeat Ryback. We had AJ defeat Brie Bella. We had the New Day defeat the Moneymakers. Rusev defeated Swagger. And then Ziggler and Ambrose defeated Barrett and Harper. So moving along in the order here, we had the tag team champions, the Masters, taking on the Matadors. Natty is like officially in this mix now.
She's now a master.
She masters leather so well.
Yeah. She also masters Torito.
Yeah.
She face planted him.
Yeah.
He's trying to get all interfering with Cesaro.
Yeah.
And she grabbed his foot and wham! Face planted him.
Family Guy on that.
Good match.
Yeah.
This might have been my favorite match of the night.
This was a very good match.
They had the opening match to set the bar kind of high.
Yeah. We also had a little promo where the Master said, you know what? If you feel like you want a tag team title match against us at WrestleMania, prove yourself. So really kind of putting out an open challenge to any tag team on the roster that if they can impress.
I'm starting to hope maybe we get this idea we've been begging for a couple years now. Another tag team turmoil. We got like a fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
Like pre-show.
I'm hoping that this is officially on the card and not the fucking pre-show again. Stop that shit. I want a Four Corners tag team match like we had back at like WrestleMania 20. Where you get
they did 2 of those.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually put the tag team titles on WrestleMania because you've got some great fucking teams that could work really well.
I think there are enough teams that, especially the fact that they're only doing 20 people in the Honor of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal this go around, that there's going to be a lot more teams to be able to involve. So that's what I'm thinking. We could have a tag team turmoil situation.
We'll have to
because, we got primetime players, Ascension, Usos, Matadors, blah, 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 New Day.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But, the Masters end up picking up the win off the Cesaro swing drop kick combo.
Yeah. Sudden victory.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. We had a little backstage segment where Big Show and Kane were kind of arguing. Big Show says, don't you think you should apologize? Kane asks for what? He says, well, maybe because I knew that Randy Orton was there to help us on Raw. And they kind of bicker back and forth. They both enter themselves into the Honor of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Big Show's shtick, I felt, was really... I felt he was very unsincere in his delivery of some of the stuff he was saying. And I just think it's kind of because I know that Big Show... is very in tune with the past of WWE's giant guys of the past, and they had him do this whole shtick where he's talking about when he wins, he's going to take Honor of the Giant's head off of the trophy and put his own head on the trophy and whatnot. And it seemed the way he was delivering the lines seemed like he definitely was not into it.
And here was my main gripe with this is that. Just about a month ago, we had an issue where the Ascension got completely buried for disgracing the name of a dead wrestler, and they got completely screwed. And now they have Big Show doing the same thing. Why? Why are you doing this?
I just think they want more people to get on the Big Show's a heel bandwagon.
Stop it.
Yeah. And basically, the best thing here is the segment ends with when Kane announces that he's going to be in it. Big Show's like, oh yeah, well, what are your odds of winning really? Because
what are you going to be in the match? Are you going to be a demon?
Yeah, you're gonna be the devil's favorite demon, or you're gonna be the spokesman for Men's Warehouse. And Kane walks off screen, and then he comes back and he goes, "Men's Warehouse."
You're gonna like the way I look. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I bet Men's Warehouse was sponsoring this episode of Raw.
Get Kane
or
as
Smackdown, I guess.
Get Kane as your spokesperson.
Hey, you got a good big and tall section of Men's Warehouse.
Exactly.
You need it.
Yeah. So this would lead into Ryback versus Kane. Very power heavy match, obviously. Big Show
also went a lot shorter than I anticipated.
Yes. Big Show is down there to support Kane.
Well, not really. Kane told Big Show to come out to watch what he does to Ryback.
Oh, this is true. Okay.
Well, that's his display of how he's going to be in the Battle Royal.
Okay.
Just watch what I do to Ryback, blah, blah, blah. And Ryback beats him.
Yeah.
Big Show distracts him. Obviously, a little mind game.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And Ryback beats him with the meat hook.
Yeah. There's 2 matches in a row that people are losing to secondary moves, which I thought was interesting.
I like it because it's good.
I don't hate it.
You got to keep people on their toes.
It's just weird for WWE to do this. Kane,
so then Kane got all pissy and says, "No, you're not done, Ryback. Now you got to fight Big Show."
Yeah, and Big Show ends up beating Ryback with a knockout punch after a distraction from Kane.
Yeah.
So, little tit for tat, but different outcomes as far as the Authority guys. We have a little recap of what Bray Wyatt said on Raw, and then we have Bray Wyatt talking again in the back. He has the urn.
I was wondering if they were going to use this.
Yeah.
It seemed like the most plausible way to go. Because now we're getting Bray Wyatt is at his most desperate to get the Undertaker to make an appearance.
He's trying to elicit a response from the Undertaker.
And I mean, even before I saw this, I was pretty much set in the fact that we're going to see Undertaker next week.
Yeah.
It's the timing. You need enough time for that graphic to show up for a couple weeks of what's going to happen if you want it to be a big draw match. They've got the title match. They've got Triple H Sting. The one thing, so you got your title, you got your Triple H match. Now you need your Undertaker match.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen, it's got to start building here. Because the other sort of what I call their pseudo high profile match, I think is going to be the next one to be like the closest signed to WrestleMania with Rusev Cena again.
Yeah.
I think that payoff is only going to come out the week before Mania.
Yeah, because
at this point, I just think it's Rusev toying with Cena.
Yeah, it'll be like the go home show. That's when Cena will convince Rusev to give him the match.
Yeah, so we need this other one more high profile match to really start amping everything up.
Yeah, and now that he has the urn, he talks about how it was the source of the Undertaker's power, and that on Monday Night Raw he's going to unleash its spirit. And tells the Undertaker to rise. So, I am super excited to see what happens with that. And if your prediction is true, this could very well be the moment we've been waiting for. Then we have the Bellas cut a decent heel promo.
Mm-hmm. They're learning.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff.
I said on Raw that they're learning really well how to play heel in the ring. Mm-hmm. They're now also learning really well how to do a heel promo on the mic without sounding like petty teenagers.
Yeah, and it was good. Both of them got to say their piece. There weren't any noticeable cuts like they were in Nikki's last big promo against AJ. This would lead into AJ taking on Brie Bella. AJ's return to the ring since the week after Survivor Series.
After getting chemically induced conjunctivitis due to hairspray to the eyes.
Yeah, it's been a long ass time. This was a great match.
What I liked that they didn't really harp on too much until the match started is that when AJ came out, they cut to commercial and they came back, and Paige had made her appearance at ringside.
Yeah, Paige kind of evening the odds for AJ because Brie had Nikki in her corner. But yeah, these girls went out they brought it. This was great.
I like. There's a lot more storytelling going on here than there are in a lot of Divas matches.
Yes.
Even when the Divas match is in part of a storyline, and they get their time to work, which this match, they gave this match a good chunk of time.
Yeah, it was a lot longer than we usually get for a Divas match. Hashtag give Divas a chance.
I think they played a lot on the fact that AJ had been gone for so long that she was definitely showing signs of ring rust. Brie was on the offensive for, I'm going to say, 90% of this match.
That's,
and
fair.
Basically having her way with AJ. AJ would have an attempt to sort of make a comeback, and then Nikki looked like she was going to get involved, and Paige was kind of like, no, ain't going to happen.
Yeah,
yanked Nikki off the apron.
There was that weird moment like in the middle of the match where both competitors were down, and then both their counterparts were standing up, and the ref's like, "You two back up, you two back in the ring."
Yeah.
I like that Brie is starting to show emotion in the match. You know, she was showing great visible anger, which was great. But she ends up making that mistake of trying to go for like a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and allows AJ to slap on the Black Widow. And we
got the almost same scenario as Raw, where it looked like Nikki was gonna jump in the ring and maybe cause the disqualification.
Yeah,
but this Paige was just yanked her off the apron.
Yeah, not messing.
One of the things for some reason is the Divas like taking these apron falls.
Yeah,
like off the apron to the floor.
It's one of the more physical things that they're able to do that looks really good. They got long hair. They can shit whip themselves.
I enjoy doing this for some reason.
Yeah.
It's not a fun thought.
No. Looks good. So good on you, ladies. Great match. AJ picks up the win in her in-ring return. We have Daniel Bryan talking about how exciting the Intercontinental title is right now. Renee kind of asking, it sounded like Dolph was trying to get you into the ladder match. He doesn't really dwell on the idea of him being in it too much, but he really puts over the fact that the whole thing is just a very interesting situation.
Yeah, and the one thing about this scenario too is that we saw the graphic show up for the ladder match.
Yes, we
with
did.
5 people and a blank spot.
Yeah, so it's officially Barrett, Harper, Ziggler, Truth, and Ambrose, and then one spot
and then
that hasn't been.
That looks like Stone Cold.
Yes, so Stone Cold is going to be at WrestleMania 31. Awesome.
I'm surprised if he's going to. Well, he's probably going to be there anyway.
I hope so. I haven't seen him live yet.
He shows up most of the Manias.
It's true.
He's kind of the big deal.
Then our next match, we had the New Day taking on the Moneymakers.
Go ahead and talk about this one. I ignored it.
Oh.
I was too busy playing Boogaloo Monsters. Which I find way more entertaining than the Miz matches.
Yeah, this was a very basic match. It was Miz doing his usual thing, trying to take control of the match. There was at one point Mizdow tried to blind tag himself in, and Miz kind of caught him, told him, "No, what are you doing? You stay on the outside. This is my match."
I didn't see that Mizdow did get in.
Yeah, Kofi ends up kicking Miz in the face. He goes down. Mizdow tags himself in. Mizdow goes into overdrive on Kofi Kingston, hitting all the big moves.
The one spot I saw was when Mizdow got tagged in. I think that's not on
and
accident.
Mizdow the crowd is losing their mind at this point. They are on fire for him. He ends up getting blind tagged again by the Miz. Miz says, "No, you get out of the ring. I don't even want you on the apron. You get down."
This is my match.
Forces him to get off the apron, turn around, don't even look at the match. This allows Kofi to tag in Big E. Miz turns around. Big E immediately gets him up into the position for the big ending. They hit the midnight hour, and the New Day gets the win. Mizdow just kind of shakes his head like, you should have just let me do it, because I was doing just fine. Mm-hmm. So Miz screws them over yet again. We had another really good, solid promo from Roman Reigns, talking about what Paul Heyman said on Monday. And, just really, he's great at pushing this confidence. And he's starting to step up. And this is, it is a little late, but he's at least trying to build up some momentum for himself for Mania. So I appreciated the promo. It's, probably the best promo he's done to date. So good on you, Roman. Keep it up. We had another Rusev Swagger match. This was completely unnecessary because we knew what was going to happen. It was the same thing we've seen all the time.
Yeah, and, as much as I do like to harp on, hey, WWE, don't repeat the same matches over and 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 over again. I like watching Rusev and Swagger.
They do look like they have a general,
they have good chemistry, and they hit each other really hard.
Yeah, they look like they have a legit disdain for each other.
They're two big, maybe not super big on Rusev's side, but they're two big, burly guys who aren't afraid to take a hit.
Yeah.
So they play off of each other really well that way. The way Swagger takes Rusev's kicks to the face.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
And, yeah, as good as that is, the ending to this match was just fucking weird. Swagger throws Rusev back into the ring. And this is after they've kind of had a little back and forth thing on the outside. So Rusev gets thrown back in. And rather than Swagger getting in right after he throws Rusev, he decides to run at the barricade to get a running start to head back into the ring, allowing Rusev to get up, hit him with the super kick, and then put in the accolade. And the win.
Strange, but, I've seen worse.
True.
Hanson.
We actually had worse after that because then we had the hashtag Give Divas a Chance.
Wait, this doesn't even need acknowledging.
Eva Marie was back. Then we had our main event where Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose would take on Wade Barrett.
Something looked different about Eva Marie. I think she's gained some weight. Localized, though. And it was in one specific region.
I don't know.
Her ankles were huge.
I don't think her ankles were on screen.
Whatever you call those
Granted,
things.
the fact that she has the job, she obviously has her ankles by her head a lot anyway. So yeah. Then in our tag team match, we had Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose taking on Bad News Barrett and Luke Harper. This was, very much bringing the Intercontinental title hot potato situation to...
This was exciting to me. I like when a mid-card storyline can main event a show.
Yeah. We didn't even realize it was the main event when it happened. R-Truth is at commentary again.
Yeah, R-Truth, I'm going to be honest. I'm excited at the idea in my head now that when R-Truth stops wrestling, him being a commentator.
It'd be awesome. He's
going to be like the next Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. We get
Black Jerry Lawler.
We
Jerry the Bling Lawler.
So Ziggler ends up getting the win over Harper, hitting with the super kick, hitting with the zigzag. Ziggler gets the pin, but before he can really celebrate, he gets a bullhammer from Barrett.
Instantaneously.
Barrett goes to the outside, goes after Truth to get the title. Ambrose dives onto Barrett. Truth starts taking off. We get kind of a deja vu from Raw where
Harper's blocking the ramp.
Yeah, so Truth puts the title down. Harper goes to grab it. Truth hits Harper with a knee, and Harper goes down. Truth grabs the title. He walks up to the top of the ramp, and we think, okay, this is how we're going to end it. Then we get the man everyone's been waiting for. Daniel Bryan walks out and kind of looks at Truth, and Truth goes, "Dude, you want it?" Yeah. So we have Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, well, he hands Daniel Bryan the belt, then he starts instigating the yes chant.
Yeah. So
R-Truth loves to help people become Intercontinental Champion.
So yeah, we've got R-Truth doing the yes chants.
He's not afraid to put somebody over.
Yeah, he takes off. We got now Daniel Bryan's doing it. He's got the title, and we think it's about to go off the air, and Daniel Bryan is attacked by Stardust.
Yeah.
Fucking swerve. Stardust grabs the title, climbs about halfway up the ladder that's up on the stage, while the crowd chants Cody at him, and that's how we go off the air for SmackDown.
I have some issues with this.
I do too. This means one of two bad things. There's no better put, there's no good situation here. Either Stardust is taking Daniel Bryan's spot, and we're going to be forced to see Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, or they're going to add Goldust and Stardust to the Intercontinental title match, make it a big thing that instead of 6, there's now 8 guys, and we're going to have more of a clusterfuck in the ladder match. The only solace I see here is that maybe in this whole clusterfuck of the Intercontinental title, we have Goldust pull Stardust away, allowing Daniel Bryan to take that 6th spot.
Yeah, this is, what I don't like right now is this puts in jeopardy the Dustin Cody match that I've been waiting for years.
This is a match that needs to happen because it's too good not to push.
And I know there were a lot of mixed reviews about their match at Fastlane.
It's a precursor. Chill the fuck out.
But, yeah, the fact that this match is now in jeopardy, and the fact that they only did have 6 slots of people on the graphic for this match, and they were all taken up but one, also makes me nervous because, honestly, out of this, I'd rather see Daniel Bryan than Cody. Stardust / Cody Rhodes has already shown his worth in ladder match situations.
Yeah.
So does Daniel Bryan.
As Cody Rhodes, he was a great Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. So, I don't honestly have a problem with him being in the match. It's taking away from the other match, potential him Goldust match. My theory on this one is I'm hoping, best case scenario on Raw or SmackDown next week, Daniel Bryan and Stardust have a match to take the last spot.
And Goldust screws Stardust over.
That's what I'm hoping for right here.
I am 100% behind that idea. I hope
that I pulled the foot out of the grave.
Yes,
for this
I hope that is perfect. That's exactly what needs to happen.
It's logical because it seems like when Stardust left Fastlane, he sort of seemed like he was trying to wipe his hands of the Goldust situation.
And then the next night he had the singles match against Swagger, and Goldust ended up coming out and distracting him, which got him into the ankle lock and allowed Jack Swagger to win.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, Goldust has got to try and figure out a way to coax Stardust into having another match with him.
Yeah, and what better way than screwing him out of a chance at the Intercontinental title?
Yeah, hashtag set Cody Rhodes free, I think is Goldust's hashtag for this storyline. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hashtag DB for IC.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty good week overall.
I think a very solid week.
This is the time where they do have to step up.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania season.
Any slip-ups at this point is a detriment to WrestleMania.
and there's still a lot of variables here that are wavering on whether or not this is going to be an awesome WrestleMania. No one, there are a lot of people who still aren't 100% convinced about Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I know we're included in that,
Yeah.
There's a good chance that's going to be a really lackluster main event.
There's a lot of people that still don't like the idea of Triple H and Sting.
Yeah. I mean, that's another one that, too, is like, I understand a lot of gripe with that one because of so long the running idea being Sting Undertaker.
Yeah.
That was, written since Sting signed a Legends deal with WWE.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing. Triple H being in an authority position, a power, no pun intended, not storyline-wise, but the fact that Triple H does have sway in the company, a lot of people are looking at it as Triple H's way of grabbing some more attention for himself.
Yeah.
I see where they're coming from. At the same time, like I said, if you watch the Streak video that we did, the Streak Week video, Undertaker, I think, is more beneficial of having a younger guy as his opponent.
Yeah.
That's another little wavering thing. We still haven't gotten an answer from the Undertaker yet.
Yeah.
There are a lot of rumors still about Undertaker's health problems. Will this come to fruition? What's the tag team title situation going to be like at Mania? All these little variables. We still haven't have anything set in stone for Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Sheamus' return. What's going to happen there?
Yeah, we still have a ton of spots open for the
the Giant Memorial Battle Royal isn't picking up any steam because of its lack of celebrity endorsement here.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan coming up and endorsing it and coming up with it for last year's Mania was really one of the big things that hyped it up.
Yeah.
Is somebody who was close to Andre being like, hey, here's a big thing we're doing. And now it just kind of seems like, it's like Royal Rumble Part 2, sort of, where everyone's like, I'm going to be in it. And
I feel like right now is a perfect time for them to bring Hogan back because Hogan has a lot of prevalence with this WrestleMania in particular because we just this past weekend had Hulk Hogan Appreciation Night
at Madison Square Garden.
We know that he's inducting Macho Man into the Hall of Fame. So he's already a very integral part of WrestleMania, despite the fact that he's Hulk Hogan. So why not have him come in and say, not only do I get to induct a great man like Macho Man into the Hall of Fame, but I also get to see the second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, a match that I created in memoriam for one of the greatest wrestlers, one of the greatest giants of all time.
Yeah, and, even if not Hogan, there are still a lot of guys from the golden era of WWE, that 85 to 90 era, who had storylines with Andre, that could be used. Jake the Snake had a really big, one of Andre's last feuds.
Yeah. Ted
DiBiase, who was a partner for a long time in the late 80s with Andre the Giant. Bobby the Brain Heenan. Despite being in failing health, or, having health problems prevalent over the last few years, was Andre the Giant's manager for his entire heel run in WWE.
Even if they don't bring someone specifically on Raw to talk about the match in particular, do a video package, interview a couple of these legends, interview some of the competitors that are going to be in the match, and really put together something that makes this match mean something.
Even if they didn't bring them on TV, have, if we had the endorsement of Hulk Hogan, but it be on WWE.com.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, something that they can play on Raw or have on Raw that makes us go, oh yeah, that's why this match is important, because obviously fans like us, we know that it's important because we know what Andre the Giant did for the business, how big of a part of the business he was. But for younger fans that don't know Andre the Giant, they're not going to be as interested in the match because there's no hype around it.
Yeah, so, I mean, at this point, WrestleMania is still a big lump of clay with a couple things forming out of it, but it needs a lot of detail work. Let's hope this comes in the near future, because, again, the longer things have to simmer, the better the payoff is going to be at Mania.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. Videos in the playlist, watch them. Facebook, Tumblr.
Post down in the comments.
Emails. Yeah, comment to us. What was your favorite part about Smackdown this week? What was your favorite match of the week? As far as WWE stuff is concerned.
Yeah, this is a perfect video to mention that.
We have our general email, my personal email, Twitter handles. Let's get some conversation going, guys.
Yeah. Next week, we're gonna have Fantasy Warfare.
Yeah. Who's reffing next?
It's me.
Warfare?
I'm reffing. It's you versus Thomas.
All right, me versus Thomas.
Yeah, we got some Fantasy Warfare going on. We're gonna have some indie news. A bunch of upcoming shows. We'll probably have some more details on stuff like that. But yeah, all of our usual stuff. Building towards another NXT takeover. So, we've got that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So, lots of stuff for next week. Episode 39 next week, so be sure to look for that. And thanks again for watching. And we'll see you next week.